More than 1,300 years ago in ancient China, a girl was born into a world where women were expected to stay silent and follow orders. Nobody could have imagined that this little girl would one day become the most powerful ruler in the entire empire. Her name was Wu Zetian, and her story would change Chinese history forever. Wu was born into a wealthy family during the powerful Tang Dynasty. Her father was a successful businessman who later became a government official. Unlike many girls of her time, Wu received a good education. She learned how to read, write, and understand politics. While other children played simple games, Wu spent hours reading books about rulers, wars, and strategies. Even as a young girl, she was remarkably intelligent. She possessed a strong sense of curiosity and always wanted to know how power worked. The adults around her often noticed that she asked questions far beyond her age. Some admired her intelligence, while others felt uncomfortable because ambitious women were unusual in those days. One day, a fortune teller visited her family home. After observing the young girl carefully, he made a startling prediction. He claimed that if Wu had been born a boy, she might have become a great emperor. The family laughed at the strange statement. In those days, a woman becoming ruler was almost impossible. Yet history would prove that prediction was not entirely wrong. When Wu was 14 years old, her life changed forever. She was selected to enter the imperial palace of Emperor Taizong. For many families, this was considered a tremendous honor. The palace was the center of power, wealth, and influence throughout China. The journey to the capital was long and emotional. As her carriage moved toward the magnificent palace, Wu knew she might never return to her old life again. Behind the palace walls existed a completely different world. Thousands of servants, officials, guards, and royal women lived there. Every smile hid secrets. Every hallway contained political intrigue. Wu quickly realized that survival inside the palace required more than beauty. Many women competed for the emperor's attention. Some formed alliances. Others spread rumors about rivals. It was a dangerous environment where one mistake could destroy a person's future. Yet Wu remained patient. Instead of fighting for attention, she carefully observed everything around her. She listened more than she spoke. She studied powerful officials and learned how decisions were made. While others focused on appearance, Wu focused on knowledge. Many people overlooked her because she was quiet. That would become one of her greatest advantages. Sometimes the most dangerous player in a game is the one nobody notices. Years later, Emperor Taizong died. According to palace tradition, many of his women were sent to a monastery to live as nuns. Their lives inside the palace were over. Wu was among them. For most people, this would have been the end of the story. But Wu Zetian was not most people. Life inside the monastery was simple and quiet. The days were filled with prayer and routine. Yet Wu never stopped thinking about the future. She understood something important. Opportunities often appear when people least expect them. Meanwhile, a new emperor had taken the throne. His name was Gaozong. Years earlier, he had met Wu in the palace and remembered her intelligence and beauty. Eventually, he arranged for her return to the royal court. Returning to the palace was an extraordinary event. Many people were shocked. Others became nervous. They sensed that Wu's story was far from finished. Back inside the palace, Wu began rising through the ranks. She displayed confidence, intelligence, and determination. Her influence grew steadily. Some people admired her capability. Others feared her growing power. As Emperor Gaozong's health began to decline, governing the enormous empire became increasingly difficult. Important decisions needed to be made every day. Government officials submitted reports. Military commanders requested orders. Foreign ambassadors arrived with questions and demands. Wu stepped forward to help. At first, she simply assisted the emperor with state affairs. But over time, officials noticed something surprising. Many of the empire's most effective decisions seemed connected to Wu's advice. She possessed exceptional political skills. She understood how to manage officials, solve problems, and maintain stability across a vast empire. Her reputation continued to grow. Soon, people throughout the empire whispered about the powerful woman influencing the throne. Some praised her competence. Others worried that traditional rules were being challenged. But Wu ignored the criticism. She focused on results. Roads improved. Agriculture expanded. Government became more organized. Under her influence, many areas of the empire prospered. Then came the moment nobody thought possible. After years of political influence and strategic planning, Wu made a historic decision. She declared herself emperor, not empress, not queen. Emperor. The announcement shocked the empire. For centuries, Chinese rulers had always been men. Many officials opposed the idea immediately. Some believed tradition should never be broken. Others feared the changes she might bring. But Wu had spent years building support. She understood politics better than most of her rivals. Her authority was already deeply established. Eventually, she achieved what no woman before her had ever accomplished. She became the only female emperor in Chinese history. The achievement was extraordinary. Whether people loved her or hated her, nobody could deny her success. She had overcome obstacles that seemed impossible. As emperor, Wu Zetian introduced several reforms. She promoted talented people based on ability rather than family connections. This created opportunities for individuals from ordinary backgrounds. She encouraged education and strengthened parts of the government. During her reign, China remained powerful and influential. Trade continued to expand, and many regions enjoyed stability. Of course, not everyone supported her rule. Historians still debate her legacy today. Some describe her as ruthless. Others view her as one of China's most capable rulers. The truth probably lies somewhere in between. What cannot be debated is her impact. She achieved something that countless people considered impossible. She entered a system designed to exclude women from power and rose all the way to the top. Even more than 1,000 years later, people still remember her name. That alone is a remarkable achievement. Many kings and emperors have been forgotten by history. Wu Zetian was not one of them. Her story remains fascinating because it reminds us that history is often shaped by individuals willing to challenge expectations. She began life as a young girl whom nobody expected to change the world. Yet she became the only female emperor China has ever known. And that is why the story of Wu Zetian continues to captivate people across the world today.